Hey guys, Mark the Landlocked Surfer here, coming to you today with a review of a Surfskate deck. Or in this case, it's referred to by the owner as a park surfer deck. And that's because this is one of the new brands of hybrids that combines kind of the best of surf skating as well as traditional kind of popsicle board skateboarding. So this is the Whitetail Skateboards Feral Cat. Now I'm going to cut you off as you're thinking what I bet you're probably thinking. Mark, you're a team rider for Whitetail Skateboards, so obviously this review is going to be biased. Now, I'm going to tell you that this review is honest because, okay, first let me say, Sophie, if you're watching, the owner, just tune out for these few seconds because I'm going to give an honest opinion. Now, when I first saw the design of this board, the owner offered me a board to use so I could ride and show it off, and I actually declined. There were a few different factors that played a role in my decision. First off, I really dislike cats. I'm allergic to them. I'm a biologist, and cats are just decimating wildlife populations in urban areas. I don't like cats. I don't find many redeeming factors. I didn't want a board with a cat on it, but that's kind of petty and superficial. The shape to me just didn't really seem ideal for a board that I thought was supposed to be a hybrid. It kind of had some elements of surf skating, some elements of skateboarding, but I prefer a more tapered tail for doing skateboard tricks, and just kind of like the thickness of it in the different places, it didn't speak to me as a board that was going to perform well. That is until I tried my teammate Vicky's and experienced it for myself, and I realized, okay, you know what? I think Sophie is actually onto something with this design because I really enjoyed when I tried it. So I did end up asking for one of my own and started using it and have used it a ton over the last month. So I think you can feel that you are getting an honest review from me because it's a board that made me change my mind about the design. I thought the best way to compare this would be to put it side by side with my favorite board, which is the Whitetail Whale Shark. So you can see the Feral Cat is about 2 inches shorter at 32 inches instead of 34 inches. It's got less steep rocker in both the nose and tail, and the concave isn't as deep. Also, the width of this board is 9 inches instead of the 9.75 inches of the Whale Shark. So overall, it's smaller, shorter, lighter, less concave. It's less extreme than the Whale Shark. Another thing with the design of this board is it's deliberately been designed to have the widest points at your foot positions, so near the tail and right near the front trucks. It's where it's at its widest at 9 inches, and it kind of tapers in beyond that. So this is very different from the Whale Shark, which is kind of widest through the center and then tapers at the nose and tail. The Feral Cat also comes pre-drilled with options for 14, 15, 16, or 17-inch wheelbase. Now, if you want to go more than 14 inches, you will need something to kind of level out the nose truck, so you can use the Whitetail Remora to do that. So one of the benefits of this setup with this deck is for smaller riders who find the Whale Shark too big. This is almost like a mini version with some slightly different geometry, slightly different shape, but it would give some of the benefits of the Whale Shark deck to people who are shorter, smaller, lighter. For me though, I saw this as an opportunity to have a really nice hybrid deck that would allow me to do some skateboard maneuvers. So I've only used it with the 15-inch wheelbase, and I've tried it with both the Carver C5s and the Soul Ride Surfskate trucks. Both of these truck systems work well with smaller wheelbases, but they're also nice and low and easy to do skateboard tricks with. So let's talk about what I found with using the Feral Cat. And the first thing that I tried this board in is in a bowl. And I was surprised at how well it worked, despite the different shape. I found it was actually super fast because it was that much lighter and more nimble. So Even though I found that maybe I didn't have the same kind of locked in feeling that I have with my whale shark with the deep concave and the bigger pockets, I found that for regular riding and carve grinds, it was fine. It was only if I was starting to get into birch slides that maybe I didn't feel quite as locked in, but it still did the job. The lighter, more compact form factor of this board also made it easier to get off the ground. So whether you're going off a kicker like in the pump track here, just trying to ollie, or doing like a frontside or a backside air, I found that this board really wants to fly. So if you're looking to get into airs, then this might be a good choice just because of the weight savings, the more compact size, easier to get it off the ground. Also, if you're someone who has a bit less strength, then it might be something to consider as well. The shape of this board was comfortable for kick pushing and also for doing more traditional surfskate carving, snaps, bird slides, things like that. But it would easily then integrate to be able to switch over to trying skateboard tricks as well. So contrary to my initial worries, I gotta say I was completely dead wrong on this board. It actually does skateboard tricks really well, and that is evidenced by the number of tricks I was able to learn exclusively on the Feral Cat. Over the last couple months, I have learned a lot of things and landed a lot of things that I've never done on any other board, not even a regular skateboard. And I think a big part of it is the design and the shape of the Feral Cat. You might recall when I did my review of the Soul Ride system that I said I really liked the hybrid Soul Ride idea, and the trucks worked great as being that kind of combination of surfskate and skateboard, but the decks just weren't quite right for me. And I find that the Feral Cat combined with the Soul Ride trucks was that perfect surfskate skateboard hybrid. Now, I think it's important to get kind of a view beyond me, because some people say that because of my skill level, I can kind of ride any board. So this is my teammate Vicky, who received the Feral Cat before me, and I saw the progress that she made from riding this board. Both her bull riding and her ability to do street tricks like this 3-stair ollie. She learned how to shove it on the Feral Cat. It's a board that really helps you progress your surf skating, especially if you want to start getting into integrating some skateboarding tricks in. And I saw that from her use of the Feral Cat. Here's a team run where both the two of us are riding our Feral Cats, and you can see how she's keeping up with me. Vicky just started surf skating or any kind of skateboarding 5 months ago, so the progress she's made is incredible. But I think that having the Feral Cat in addition to the whale shark that she was using before has helped progress different aspects of her skating in a great way. So even if you already have another surf skate and you're looking to do something a little bit different, adding the Feral Cat to your quiver is probably not a bad idea, especially if you're looking to get into some kind of skate tricks. So I've definitely been glad to add this board to my quiver. I've got some unfinished business with it, a bunch of tricks that I'm working on that I haven't quite landed yet. I've tried about 1,000 tray flips on this thing, and it's still holding up strong. So definitely I think this is going to be the board that I finally do get it with. Things about the board that I find work well is having the slightly less aggressive concave makes it a little bit better for doing skate tricks and flip tricks and that your foot can catch and flick it better. But it still, holds its line in bowls. So who is this board for? I think it's a great board for anyone who wants to integrate some more skateboarding maneuvers into their riding, but who still wants to keep the surf skate flow and the feel of a surf skate with the wider board overall. I think it's also good for people who would be interested in a board like the Whale Shark, but are a little bit on the smaller side or want something that's smaller and lighter, that this is kind of a good alternative for that if you're trying to use it just for bull riding or for cruising or for skate park use. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If a feral cat was something that was on your radar to understand whether it might be right for you, you should also check out my video, the review of the whale shark, so you can see my thoughts on that board and how different they are and figure out if one of these might be a better fit for you. But I am certainly happy for one that I have both of them in my quiver. Thanks for watching, guys.